Well, hello everyone. I am the current National Secretary for the Libertarian National Committee, Karen Ann Harlos. And during my last term, I had made a video showing everyone how to follow along with the LNC discussions, since they are utterly transparent as required by our bylaws. But a lot of people didn't know how to access this information, and it really does no good to have this open door policy if you don't know where the door is actually at. And that video was used by a lot of people, and I was very proud of it. But the beginning of this term, we completely switched our entire email server and the way that we're handling the LNC emails. So that older video, it might be useful if you want to access older archives of emails, but if you want to follow the discussion that's going on right now, you need this new video. So I am going to show you how to follow along with the LNC emails, and I highly, highly encourage you to do so. Leadership, all leadership, even libertarian leadership, has to be kept accountable. And just like government, we can only be kept accountable if our constituents are watching and holding us accountable, or providing feedback. It's not only to make sure that we're doing things right, it is to give us your ideas and to give us your input. You want to know who's doing a good job, in your opinion, so that you can be more informed for elections at convention or other decisions you might need to make. It will also help inform your local or state parties as to what's going on that might be useful or somehow can be integrated into the more local party politics and activism. As I've always said, really the counties and the states are what's important. That's where the action is. Who your state chair is should be far more important to you than who the national chair is. But even so, what goes on at national does affect you. So let me show you how to follow along. Gotta find my screen, figure out how to do this. Gotta put on my old lady glasses. Okay, so here's my desktop, and the first place you need to go to is right here, lp.org, which you should be pretty familiar with. So at least I hope you are. If not, please get familiar with it. It has a lot of very good information. Alrighty, so once you're at lp.org, you are going to want to scroll down to the bottom footer of the web page. And you're going to go down here to where it says LNC Minutes and Discussion. So once you're here, you have multiple selections. This is a great page to bookmark because a lot of times when you're going to need national information, this is a landing page that I created on the site that puts everything in one spot. So you don't have to go all over the place to try to figure out what it is that you need. And I think burp, 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 burp. I think that was in my face. But anyway, here you would be able to look up the LNC. And actually, we're going to go there for a moment because there's something here that will be very helpful to you as well. Okay, first when you're here, you can see a map of the United States. And we're divided into regions. So unless you're in Idaho or Mississippi who chose not to be in a region, you will have a regional representative who is your liaison to the LNC and can bring your concerns and questions before it if there is such a need to. So to find out your regional representative, let's just say you, like me, are from Colorado, you would click on your state, and you can see it pulls up that you're in Region 1, and your regional representative is Francis Wendt, and they have an alternate, which is like a backup, but you could contact both or either of them, is Chris Lucchini. And that goes true for any states, again, except for the two that are not in a region. And if you continue to scroll down this page, you can see the rest of the LNC. In case, let's say, you needed to contact the treasurer, you would know who the treasurer was. This is Tim Hagan, T-Rex, as we like to call him. But we have here, and again, this is something else I'm proud of. I'm very much in favor of interaction between the LNC and the membership and transparency is we have this easy pull down menu so that you don't need to know everyone's email addresses. You can choose one or more LNC members to contact or contact all LNC members. And let's say you wanted to just, again, we'll pick the treasurer again. You just wanted to contact him. You would hit him right there and then just fill this out and he will get an email with your contact information. So please do take advantage of that. And you can see, you can go right back to that other page by clicking there. So the next item on here is LNC meeting archives. What is this? Let's find out. Okay, here is where you will find the policy manual, which is our standing rules, a link to the email discussion list, which we will be going over, but it's also linked on that landing page. And sometimes there's an announcement about minutes that are available for member review. But here you will find the archive of all the past minutes. So if we select down here, you can see these are all of the minutes so far. And if you click on any of these, like here are the July 8th LNC meeting minutes. It'll take you right to a PDF of the meeting minutes that you can download or read through here. All right, let's go back and we're back to the landing page. Okay, we're gonna go back here to the email archives. That's the last thing we're gonna discuss, which is the main topic of this video. Here, where it says legacy Google and legacy email groups, that has to do with the old archives. And I'm actually going to link here, and that is where you can view the video for how to view the old archives in case you want to do some research on some past issues. Again, another way to get to the policy manual. Here's if you want to get to our bylaws and convention rules. And here is if you want to get to LPedia, which you might not be aware of, that the Libertarian Party owns its own wiki. And go there and make your page and update your state's page and fill in whatever blanks are there for the little bit, and I don't mean little bit as in like you don't know a lot, but each of us has just a little bit of the knowledge of party history, and if we all contribute, we will have a very nice archive there for, we get a lot of media that refers to LPedia and future members to come. But let's go on to the email archives. You will click right here where it says LNC Business Email Archives, and it is a Google group since we use G Suite for our emails. Okay, we're here. And as you can see, there is all of the topics of the emails. You can actually go back to when this term started, which is when we switched over to this format. But let's take a look at this most recent one here. Staff end of month reports. And you can read here about what's going on with the staff end of month reports. And there's an enclosure that you could click on and download, which are end of month report drafts. I don't think you can view it if you just click on it. Maybe you can. Yay, you can. So you can also look at the actual attachments. And there are attachments, you know, not every email, but often enough that you'll want to know how to do that. But let's say there was something in these financial reports that you wanted to discuss or you wanted to forward along to someone to take a look at. If you go here to these three dots and you can hit link, and it gives you a direct link you can copy to your clipboard to that message. So you can go to social media, post that link, start a discussion on it, Reddit, or anything like that. But let's go to an email that has multiple discussions. Okay, we'll go to this one right here, list of agenda request items. Okay, you can see I did the very first one. One thing that's difficult with Google Groups is to see who actually wrote it. Now, my picture's pretty recognizable, but not everyone has a picture set up in their Google profile. And there's only 17 people, well, staff can occasionally, but mostly it's the 17 plus alternates, 25 people that can email this list. And you can generally get an idea who it is by the first few letters that it shows you if they didn't sign their email, which we encourage everyone to do. And it doesn't always pull in the signature line, but lately it seemed pretty good about that. But just wanted to show you that there's another way that you can tell who it is by a little bit of guesswork. But hopefully everyone signed their emails or has a working signature line. So here is a response I made to myself, and then this is Erin Adams, but she does have a signature line. And let's say you wanted to discuss the reply of Erin Adams rather than the entire LNC thread that's going on here. Each message has these little drop downs that you can get a link. And if you are able to subscribe to Google Groups, you can subscribe to this group and have daily digest or each individual email sent to your email box as they come in. So it's whatever is more convenient for you. Some persons don't like to sign up for Google, and I'm not sure if it requires a Gmail address. I'm already subscribed, obviously, because I can post here, so I'm not entirely sure about that. But if you're able to subscribe and you want to, that's always something you can do as well. You can't post to the list. It is read-only, and only certain people can post, the staff and the LNC. And you can see at the top here, it shows the first 30 messages, but you can go to the older ones. And right now, it only goes back to the beginning of the term. And this term is a lot calmer than last term. By September last term, we probably had hundreds and hundreds of messages or threads, because there's can be multiple messages in one thread, but there's only been 91 since the beginning of the term, and that's pretty good. And that's it. That's how you do it. Okay, I hope you found that helpful, but you can always get in contact with me if you have any questions at all. My email address is secretary@lp.org, and I also welcome phone calls. My phone number is 561-523-2250. I am looking forward to doing perhaps a few more tutorials on how you can access information from the LNC more easily, such as how you can follow along when we're having an LNC meeting. But that will be the subject of a separate video. All right, that's it. I hope you have an awesome day. Live free.